Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Clan Sakai Major League video for 2026, our Major 1 Lower Division Semi-Finals video. We are back with another banger, and I am your host, Aries, today, joined by the one and only Capybara, and I can't wait to get done with this match here. This is going to be a banger overall. You know, the Super Saiyan Jams against DOA is going to be a pretty good match overall. You know, Space Station jamming, unfortunately, not be able to make it that far, and there's only one more SSJ team to represent, and they're going to be going against a pretty tough team named DOA here. You know, they've been putting a lot of practice into this league here, and they want to win as much as they can here, but yeah, but I do want to make a short announcement. Our caster is going to be available for our Major 2, so I can't wait to see him in here, and it's going to be a banger. So shout out to him. He'll be announced a little bit later on. But overall, as we take a look at our leaderboards here, Super Saiyan Jams against DOA, you know, they're the #1 seed coming into this tournament, and Super Saiyan Jams are the #5 seed. You know, they beat Apex Gaming, which was the 4th seed, and able to send them down to the losers bracket. So this is going to be a good one overall. As we take a look at our bracket, we got some pretty good matches overall. We got DOA versus Super Saiyan Jams, DOA Academy versus Team 7, Wieners versus Apex Gaming, and Royale Gaming versus Anime Star Club was a forfeit match, so that's why there's a 3-0. So yeah, Royale Gaming will be advancing to the next round and facing off the loser of DOA and Team 7. But yeah, it is going to be a banger overall. Wait, actually, I don't think it's the DOA Academy and Team 7. Oh, it's DOA and Super Saiyan Jams, my bad. But yeah, so whoever loses this match will be going against Royale Gaming. Going to be a banger match overall, and I can't wait. As we take a look at our predictions here, we got different predictions coming over here, and I also forgot to put the check mark on the video that quarterfinals match 6 already been played here. But yeah, we all went with DOA to win this match here. Semifinals 6, I went with DOA Academy, and 44 and Dizzy went with Team 7. Then we all went with Wieners, and Dizzy was the only one who went with Apex. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty interesting bracket here. I think overall with this entire match here, this one was not done on Match Arena. It was actually done on a friendly battle. So yeah, so the ping is probably going to still be in favor of both teams a little bit. I think both teams are playing on the same servers. So yeah, it's going to be a good one overall between DOA and Super Saiyan Jams. Super Saiyan Jams, you know, I still can't believe the second team is making farther than the main team, which is, you know, pretty insane as well. And, you know, the players here with Reggie, Low BBH, and Fat Force versus Sidekick, Tomo, and Bob. You know, a lot of teams have a lot to improve here. You know, Fat Four originally was in Team 7 back then, and Low BBH was originally in the Ducky Trio for the lower division Major 3 tournament. And it was kind of crazy overall here. But as we take a look at our maps here, it's going to be Super Beach, Rings of Fire, Death Cap Trap, Out in the Open, and Bridge Too Far. Pretty good maps overall coming into this tournament here. You know, 77% going in favor of DOA against 23% here. So yeah, DOA are looking like they're gonna be winning this match here, and it's gonna be insane. But that's gonna wrap up our entire votes over here as we now get ready with our first set of Brawl Ball. Alright, as we now get ready with our first set here, taking a look at the draft here, it is going to be a Meepo, Clancy, and a Willow going against a BB, Otis, and a Colette here. So it looks like Fat Four is trying to get a little aggressive onto the left here, and he's actually going to be trying to go for a goal opportunity here. He actually gets a nice hit, wastes a bubble unfortunately here, and Tomo is the only one to play for the defense here, and that's going to be a goal for Reggie here, taking Doe up in the lead with the goals here. Now let's see if Sidekicks could, you know, really get some of his tokens off of Fat Four here. You know, he's kind of the tank here. He's trying not to feed too much here. Bob BBH, you know, trying to get a little bit more tags into Tomo here. He's gonna get him low here, but Bob, you know, on the Willow here, you know, there's really no like wall breaks going into Doa's comp here, so you know I think the Willow is gonna have a pretty good game overall. It's gonna be a little bit annoying to Doa unless Reggie is able to get some pretty good tags here. Fat Four trying to get aggressive here, does not want to feed Sidekick here, And a beautiful gadget from Reggie here, which is going to get a super connection here. Puts the ball into the middle by LBBH. Fat 4 gets a nice tag. And, you know, mainly looking for a connection here. And here comes Bob with the connection here. But I don't think it's going to be enough here because Fat 4 was able to get the ball and already made a goal here. And that's going to be a first game coming in from DOA here. And, you know, they really got the mind control off of Reggie here. But Fat 4 was able to sneak that one in here. As we take a look at our game 2 here, Reggie gets a nice gadget onto Tomo here. And Fat 4, you know, looking for a connection here. Wants to get, you know, a bit aggressive here, but it looks like he's actually about to get aggressive. He grabs the ball again, tries to go for another goal here, and that's a beautiful walkthrough from Fat 4 here. And SSJ really going to have to lock in for this match here. You know, Reggie is going to try to hold the right lane as much as he can here, but here comes Fat 4, you know, trying to make a god tier play here. Really wants to catch Bob off guard here. Goes for a bubble play, gets a nice kill onto Tomo here. And this is beautiful coming in from Fat 4. Aggro is looking amazing here as DOA already speedrun and took the first set and will be taking the game 2. An incredible game coming in from DOA here. They played that match extremely fast and SSJ did not know what they were doing here. As you take a look at the stats here, Fat 4 is going to be our MVP for this round here. I think he played absolutely amazing here. You know, he got the aggression on point. He was playing perfectly. Didn't really feed too much of the Clancy here, and he was playing so well here. But yeah, looking dangerous coming in from Super Saiyan Jams. Though we're not playing around and they want to get to the finals here. As we now get ready with our second set of Rings of Fire Hot Zone. As we now get started with our set 2 here between DOA and Super Saiyan Jams here. And taking a look at the draft here, it's going to be a Cole, a Bo, and a Larry going against a Miko, what is that? Oh, a Lou and a Buster. You know, pretty interesting comp coming in from both teams here. I think, you know, like looking at the comp here, you know, DOA really have a strong comp here. They have a lot of damage, a lot of control and everything here. But Tomo goes for a nice double kill here. And that's going to be huge here. But he wants to get his super. And you know, he already has a super here. And he needs to farm up the super here. Now like goes for the aggressive play here. And what he needs to do is land on Fat 4 here. But he's looking like he's going to land on nobody here. Now he's going to retreat. And I could have sworn he could have got way more done here. You know, Fat 4 with that hypercharge is going to create a little bit more room for DOA here. And, you know, they're going to have to play this a bit carefully here. But looking at the set right now, as DOA is starting to catch up a little bit more in percent here. You know, Tomo tries to go for attack onto Fat 4. Gets a nice kill here. And does get a huge one here, but Reggie is going to put the bull mines in the left here, and that's going to involve them not to go to the left here, and it's also going to destroy his part of the map here. But Tomo looking to get aggressive here. Fat 4 does have a super. He actually destroys the wall onto the left here, and now that's not going to be able to give Miko a hard time to push up here. Look at that, bow mines coming down in the middle here. Tomo not really be able to go anywhere here. He's going to try to go for a tag here, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to get shut down here. LBBH almost getting freezed up, and a beautiful hyper from Fat 4 here, but it's not looking like enough coming in from Super Saiyan Jams as DOA will be taking the first game. Looking extremely dangerous right now coming in from Super Saiyan Jams here. DOA are playing this a little bit more better here, and they're starting to get perfect control here as we now get on with our game 2 here. Let's see if anything is going to change for this round here. And LBBH knows that Tomo's on the right here, and this could be a little bit of a dangerous factor. Fat 4 is going to break that beautiful grass here, and that's actually going to give DOA a little bit more awareness against this Miko here. Now Miko can't really push up here, and he's probably going to get shut down here. And Fat 4, you know, breaks up the grass here. He's going to try to catch Bob off guard, but a perfect heal with his teammate is going to keep him alive here. Reggie trying to get aggressive onto Tomo, is not able to get anything here, and Bob, you know, just trying to stay alive here, is going to get caught by LBBH's attack here, and you know, it is looking dangerous here, and a nice wall break from Fat 4 here, which is going to give Tomo a little bit of a hard time here. He does get the kill onto Reggie here, and you know, this is still a good percentage coming in from Super Saiyan Jams here. They're starting to really hold their ground here, and you know, Fat 4 really has to be a little careful here. Wants to find a connection onto the entire Super Saiyan Jam roster here. He does get a nice super off Bob here, and a beautiful super onto sidekick. He goes for the triple here, and that's going to be a nice kill from Fat 4. It does pick up the triple here, and it is looking dangerous coming in from Super Saiyan Jams here. But looking at the percentage here, you know, DOA is trying to catch up a little bit here, and Tomo just trying to squeeze out as much zone time as possible here. Is trying to stay alive here, tries to go for Lobby BH here, but Lobby BH is able to get a really good kill here. And now this is looking dangerous right now from Super Saiyan Jams here. They can't really get too much to work with here. You know, Fat 4 is holding down his middle lane perfect here. It's going to shoot the super onto Bob here. Just get caught by that bow mine here. And this is a beautiful control coming in from DOA here. Super Saiyan Jams not able to do too much here. You know, Bob trying to get something going here, but it looks like he's giving up here. Sidekick fortunately going down here, and now Tomo's the only survivor left here. But this is looking like another set coming in from DOA here, as they will be taking set number 2 here. A perfect game coming in from DOA here. They really made that comeback here, and it is looking dangerous coming in from Super Saiyan Jams here. DOA playing this absolutely perfect here, and a nice 8-0 from Fat 4 here. He played out of his mind here, helping his teammates really getting a lot of control onto the zone here. But we're gonna have to get ready for our set 3 here. It's going to be Death Cab Trap, our gem grab map here, and this will decide if DOA runs away with the 3-0. But let's see what's gonna happen. Alright, as we now get started with our set 3 here, we're looking at the draft here from DOA. It's going to be a Cole Otis and a Shade going against a Ems, a Amber, and a Miko again. Interesting comp coming from Super Saiyan Jams here, but you know, Reggie was able to pick off that kill onto Tomo here, and Fat 4 just waiting for aggression here, goes for the gadget play, tries to catch sidekick off guard here. He is trying to get aggressive here, but fortunately he does use the super and gets shut down by the M's here. And now this is a little bit more control coming in from DOA here. Fat 4 looking to contest Tomo here. Has to play this a bit carefully here, because Tomo could just walk in here, but can't walk onto the Otis here, because Otis does have a mute here. It now takes the 8th gem here, and now Lobby BH is starting to play this a bit carefully here. Fat 4 trying to get aggressive here, tries to go for a kill onto somebody here, but now he's trying to catch Tomo off guard here, and does get shut down unfortunately here, but he does have a hypercharge to work with. And now this is going to be a better position coming from Lobby BH here, and now look at Lobby BH gets a perfect kill, and Fat 4 just trying to get aggressive here, wants to find a connection, is going to get shut down by Bob here, but it is not going to be enough here, as DOA takes the first round. And now on match point here, Super Saiyan Jams not able to get anything out of it here, and it is looking dangerous. But as we now get started with our game 2, let's see if anything is going to be changed for this round here. My bad for that yawn though, but it's going to be scary here. You know, Fat 4 trying to get aggressive onto Tomo here. Really wants to get a kill here. Is going to get shut down unfortunately here. Lobby BH does have 2 gems here and really wants to try to go for a 3rd one here, but it's already been picked up by sidekick here. He's going to get caught by this Amber here, and a beautiful kill from Bob here. You know, Fat 4 really trying to contest against this Miko here, and you know, really can't do too much here. Has to play this carefully though. Fat 4 trying to get aggressive here, wants to find Bob off guard here. Here comes the super from Fat 4, trying to get aggressive here. Tomo looking for a connection, and here comes Fat 4. You know, play this a bit slow here. Is gonna get caught by the gadget here, but wants to get a little bit more here, but is not able to get anything here. But it is gonna create space for DOA here. And now he's going to have to come back and defend Lobby BH here. But Lobby BH has the mute here. Here comes Tomo trying to go for an aggressive play. It's going to catch Fat 4 off guard. And that's going to be a beautiful kill from Tomo here. Fat 4 really struggling against this the Miko here, you know, has to play this a bit carefully here, but now Fat 4 wants to find a connection onto Bob here. It's going to activate the hypercharge, gets a huge kill onto Bob here, and really wants to look for more here. Let's get shut down here, and I don't know if he's used that super there. That's going to be a waste of a super if he did use it. But now this is a better start coming in from Super Saiyan Gems here. You know, Fat 4 is going to have to play this a little bit better here. He's kind of like running in and dying too much here, knowing that he is the best player in this roster here overall, but has to play this a bit carefully here. Lobby BH Gets a nice kill here, and now all the gems are going to be dropped from in favor of DOA here. It is not looking good here. All the gems are going to be dropped, and now Super Saiyan Gems have the gem count, and it is looking dangerous. And with Super Saiyan Gems with the gem count here, has to make something happen here. Fat 4 wants to look for a connection here. Now it's going to put us a bit slow here. Looking for opportunity here. Sidekick really trying to stop Fat 4 here, and a nice intercept from Reggie here is gonna get a nice kill, and now it's gonna, you know, reset the gems here. Lobby BH is gonna get burned, unfortunately here, and now it's going to be a big gem count here. For Reggie goes for a nice, beautiful kill here. Tomo just trying to get aggressive here. Fat 4 wants to find a connection here, but wants to avoid the M's here. Now here comes a super coming in for Fat 4. He's gonna get a nice kill here. It's gonna stay alive here. Doesn't get burned down, and now he's gonna run away with it, and that's gonna be a perfect intercept coming in from DOA here, and Fat 4 is spinning on them. He knows the game, it is over, and there is no signs of Super Saiyan Jams, as this is going to be a perfect round coming in from DOA, as they will be running away with the 3-0 sweep against Super Saiyan Gems here. I've been saying their names so many times in this video here, but they unfortunately will be getting eliminated here. Reggie is going to be the MVP for this match here, but I think the overall MVP has to go for Fat 4, man. He's been playing out of his mind in the first 2 games here, and he was going crazy here. But that's going to wrap our entire video for today, as we now get ready for our next semifinals match between DOA Academy and Team 7, and I'll see you guys in the next one.